What's up, y'all? Pastor Emil here with another What's Up Wednesday video. Make sure you like and share and subscribe and all those wonderful good things. As we have been doing here this summer, as we did last summer, we're taking a look, instead of a separate devotion, we're looking at the chapel talks that we're going through here with this summer camp. And if you remember, we've been looking at the animals because the camp theme is Wild About Camp. So we're looking at the animals in the Bible. Last week we talked about the sneaky snake. We talked about the consequences of when we disobey God. But today we are taking a look at a lion, and I totally nailed the boom mic there. Sorry, Drew. But I'm sure you know at least one story in the Bible with a lion in it. Daniel in the lion's den, and that's what we talked about. And Daniel winds up in a lion's den because he does the right thing. So turns out there are actually consequences for obeying God sometimes too. Daniel loved God. He prayed, he worshiped, he obeyed. He was an honorable guy. Everybody actually really liked him, even the king. But unfortunately, the king got duped into passing a law that said he couldn't pray, he couldn't worship, he couldn't do anything to anyone except the king. And so they found Daniel doing what he would always do, praying, worshiping God, the only true God, and not the king. And so the king, between a rock and a hard place, throws him to the lions. But he hopes that Daniel makes it. And of course, Daniel does make it. Daniel survives the night, and they celebrate him, and there's still several more chapters in the book of Daniel. But I talked with the kids also about another lion, the Lion of Judah, another name for Jesus. Yes, Jesus is not just a meek, mild lamb. Jesus is like a lion. He's the king of the jungle, right? Jesus is king. Jesus is more powerful than the lions in that lion's den, right? He was able to help shut the mouths of those lions. Jesus is more powerful than sin, Satan, and death. That's how strong Jesus is, how ferocious he is, how powerful he is in his defense of you and me from the consequences of everything we've done wrong. And so this day, I encourage you, as I encourage the kids today, to remember that even though there may be consequences for doing what's right, we got the Lion of Judah on our side. And with the Lion of Judah on our side, there is no one that we should be afraid of, because he is way more powerful than they are. A few announcements for you. This is the last quarter of the fiscal year here at Open Arms, and so I encourage you to take a look at the commitments you made last year and just get ready to finish up that year. Think about where you've been and where you are now, and how maybe you can line up with what you committed to God, right? Not to me, not to anybody else here, but you committed to God. And pretty soon we're going to get those envelopes out. We're going to send them back to you. We're going to let you take a look at that and start thinking about next year. And we'll have an opportunity for that in the coming months. And we'll share a little bit more about what we're looking to do next year. We're hoping to communicate a little bit more and be as transparent as possible about what we're doing and why we're doing it. Also want to encourage you, June 12th, that is our leadership gathering. We're going to be doing something after worship that day. Miss Lisa, Mr. Scott, and I have been to a disaster relief conference, and we want to talk to the leaders here, and anybody's welcome to join us about some of the things we learned and see how Open Arms can partner to be a place of refuge, a place of ministry and mission and service to the community in the event of a disaster, either in our area or somewhere nearby along the Gulf Coast. We'll probably be relatively close by wherever it happens to be. Don't forget, July 31st is the Back to School Bash. Make sure you mark your calendar. Make sure you're here. It's going to be a great time. And if you are able, start thinking about school supplies you can bring, that you can help support this effort to provide school supplies for people in our community. And as summer camp winds down, there is a time to register for a camp, new school year camp, right? There's a camp at the start of school year because they stagger the start there, so kids need a place to go for a couple of days. That's the beginning of August. I think it's the 8th and 9th and 10th. And then after school care. Registration for those things is now open if you want to get a jump on that. Hope to be with you real soon. Hope to catch up with you. Don't forget, though, between now and then, that the Lion of Judah is on your side. And if the Lion of Judah is on your side, a den of lions can't scare you, can't take you out, can't overcome you, and neither can sin, Satan, the sneaky snake, or death, or anything else. God bless you. I hope to catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.